Good afternoon. Welcome to Advertising Week Europe with me, Andy Johnson. Now, normally at this time of day, I'll be slumped in that post-lunch torpor. My three stomachs will be relaxed. But at the moment, I feel I need to sit up straight and tighten those abs because I'm sat next to John Allison, who is a fitness specialist, and particularly in workplace well-being. John, welcome to Advertising Week Europe. You've been talking about mental strength through military training. Tell me a bit about that.
Well, for 24 years I was serving with the Army, and I served all over the world in what we call high-threat, high-pressure operations. And it was always, I think for me, it was a high level of physical fitness kept me going. And it kept the team going as well. And I think it's helped with cohesion. And when the times got tough, it helped us through, really, yes.
And how does that translate into working with people from the advertising and media background?
That's very interesting, really. I've been working now in this area for about 4 years. And I see a lot of parallels with the military environment in terms of long days, high pressure to perform, and to get the job done. And I think in terms of things like deprivation of sleep is one issue. So I think for us, it's in the health and well-being world, in the marketing world, it's about maintaining a high level of physical activity, which also helps your mental health as well.
So what are the basics you can bring in from your military background to help people who may be coming here this week who are suffering from burnout?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think it's important to realise that we're all different. And I think it's about taking an open mind, and it's about looking at various resources that you can use. And it's about trying to assemble a toolbox of tools that will help you with your resilience. And it's everything from, I think it's important not to focus on one thing. Don't just focus on physical activity. Focus on breathing, for example. So there are apps out there you can use and download for free, which will help you to control your breathing and get back in the zone. It's things like food and mood, really, really important. It's things about thinking about everything you put in your mouth. It's going to obviously have an impact on your mental health. So food, mood and food, really important. Look at that. Your breathing, even look at something called heart coherence. Is a really, really powerful tool. It syncs your breathing with your heart rate. Very, very powerful. You can download an app for your iPhone or Android, and it's incredibly useful.
And I suppose also it's what works for you, isn't it, as well? And you're not expecting people to suddenly get up and go yomping across Salisbury Plain for 3 days with a backpack on the back.
No.
It's finding something that works for them, that helps them improve.
Absolutely. So, for example, we certainly when I've been working with Momentum Worldwide, we brought in some guys to talk about Chinese massage for stress. That was incredibly effective. And again, it works for some people, doesn't work for others. So we brought in people who will look at things like Tai Chi, for example. And again, that hits another portion of our audience from a well-being point of view. So I think it's about being open-minded. Try everything. Try it. Try Tai Chi. Try breathing exercises. Try yoga. Get out there. What I would say from a physical fitness point of view, I really enjoy getting out in nature. I enjoy hammering up the hills and getting muddy. But it doesn't work for everybody. But certainly try it, and find out what works for you. Really important.
And there's a big difference, isn't there, in how women and men tackle this problem?
There is. Unfortunately, us men tend to keep things to ourselves, and certainly even in the military environment, of course, it was quite important to always show a strong, stiff upper lip in many ways. But equally, but that said, at least we had that sort of military family with us, and the team around us all the time, and we trained together, we fought together, we decompressed together. So it was almost like an organic, natural cohesion. Whereas certainly in the civilian world, I think there's a lot of stress and pressure on us to perform, and I think particularly for men who haven't got that informal support network that women have, it's a lot harder to try and talk about your problems.
And I suppose as well, it's about combining things that you like, isn't it? I mean, for instance, I've just started doing boxercise. I only do it once a week because it absolutely kills me, but I feel better. I say I feel better for it. I'm not sure I do straight afterwards. I also enjoy walking the dog every day of the week. So if you can combine 2 or 3 things that work for you, that's fine, isn't it?
Absolutely. But what I would say, I think everyone here is time poor. And unfortunately, it's about trying to look at your lifestyle, looking at where you can fit in physical activity. So even if it's getting off one stop earlier from home, for example, and jogging back, or you're locking the bike one station before work, and getting on the bike and doing something similar and building up incrementally, then do it. But it's about building it into your lifestyle and taking the kids out, making fitness part of a family outfit. Really, really important.
And if you could give 3 simple tips for people who want to start this but probably haven't got to the stage of dragging themselves off the sofa, what would you say?
Well, I'd say first of all, anybody can do it, and it's don't. What I would say is, for me, even though I was in the Army for 24 years, fitness isn't about going out and smashing people. It's about getting people just outside, outdoors, doing something, moving in some way, shape or form. So don't think it's got to be hard and fast, high intensity training. Just get out there and just try something. Try some form of movement. That's really going to be helpful. I think also I would consider, again, open mind, get online, do your own research. Knowledge dispels fear. If you're worried about something, and then thirdly, if you're worried about something, take action. Quite often anxiety and poor mental health comes about due to lack of control. Take control today. If you've got a problem, take control, identify it, deal with it.
Well, look, thank you very much for your time
Pleasure.
today. Very good advice for a lot of people. I should now be inspired to go and have a kale smoothie. In reality, it may well be a biscuit. Whatever floats your boat, you do it as well. Follow us on #AWEurope.